Okay, let's just take a look at this. Rolling Stone pushed fake news on ivermectin, but what happened next was even worse. I'm Grid 7. This is about misinformation and how the left doesn't actually care about misinformation as long as it fits their political narrative. Here we have, as previously reported, Rolling Stone put out a story claiming that hospitals in Oklahoma were unable to treat gunshot victims because they were so overloaded with overdoses of people taking ivermectin for dealing with COVID. Here's a Rolling Stone tweet. Gunshot victims left waiting as horse dewormer. Overdoses overwhelm Oklahoma hospitals, doctor says. Their source for this incredible story, one doctor. No cites from statistics, hospitals, or anyone else. But they did have a really nice misleading picture of people waiting in line. It is, just in case anyone's watching it later on, today is September 7th. This was done September 3rd. The temperature, the photo here is from January, and this is actually a line of people waiting to get a vaccine. Has nothing to do with gunshot victims. Like this, as though gunshot victims would be outside the hospital waiting on a line. Turns out there was no picture waiting for vaccines. The winter coats gave it away. Of course, the greater claim about the overdose was false. One of the hospitals where the doctor had worked in the past said it wasn't true for their hospital and that he hadn't worked there in months, and so really wouldn't know what was going on there now. Rolling Stone later updated their article to note the correction by the hospital. They should have retracted their whole story, but they didn't have enough moral fiber to do so, apparently. A correction that basically obliterates the story means the story should have been retracted. But the story already went everywhere. Quoted and pushed by everyone in the liberal disinformation universe, including Rachel Maddow, who has not corrected or pulled her tweet. Here it is. Patients overdosing on ivermectin backing up rural Oklahoma hospitals, ambulances. The scariest one I've heard of and is seen coming in with vision loss, he said. Now right here's the tweet, if you want to take a look. It's still right here. It's still up. What's worse is people was replying to it. I mean, people are sitting there going, no, they're truly at a loss, and honestly try my best to be patient with the ignorant and downright just stupid, but I have no more. Think about this person right here. They are the stupidity right here of this person, who is, it just, I'm at a loss of words of people here who are believing what she tweeted right here. Now, people talk about misinformation. This right here is misinformation. It shows just how worthless Maddow is that they didn't do any basic checking before spreading something which practically screamed out it wasn't going to be true. Some journalism, but then again it confirmed her biases about these ignorant people from Oklahoma, so that was the important thing, not the truth. And the same thing for the ton of media that followed right along without question. The fact that it's still up on Twitter pretty much says it all when it comes to the disinformation industry. Where are the fact checkers who jumped immediately to twist anything a Republican says to false, even when it's true? Where is Twitter to label how misleading this is? None of that seems to be in operation here, because no, she's left-leaning and she's following the political line. So once again, we see when all this comes. Different rules apply to those on the left. This person goes, as noted by the defensively non-MAGA journalist Joe Bernstein, who just wrote a great Harper story on the bullshit disinformation industry, that she gets away with it because she is a liberal, and Twitter won't even put a note on it. Shows the fraud. The entire disinformation anti-extremist industry is a gigantic fraud, funded in the same tiny handful of billionaires, government, and NGOs, a scam to control discourse while feigning national, non-ideological goals to battle disinformation. These are people who want to censor the internet on the grounds that you're not responsible enough to disseminate information, and therefore they, media and tech overlords, are needed to police the discourse and stop disinformation. These are pure disinformation agents. That's what it really gets down to. One word: control. Yeah. And what's really sad is looking at these people who are just, well, if it isn't the consequences of my own action. No. Do you think someone woke up one day and said, I know to get away, people take animal dewormer? I mean, this animal dewormer thing shows just how much lack of critical thinking these people have. Because ivermectin has been used for decades on humans for, I think, lice and other type things. It was part of research to go with antimet, and I can't think of what it's actually called off the top of my head. Another drug that was developed with it, to win the Nobel Prize. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Of course, you go over to the Rolling Stones one. Here's the quote retraction. It goes, one hospital is denying an Oklahoma doctor's claim that the ERs are delaying care for gunshot victims due to overdoses of ivermectin, a drug falsely peddled as a COVID treatment. Now, right there, that they have to put down. This is the other thing that really is starting to bug me. Anything that comes out as could be a treatment, the left is putting down right away. Why? Why are they so much against a treatment? I mean, even people who post it. I mean, right here, this person puts the message from the Northeast healthcare system, and they go, "This is the Northeast. The doctor states Eastern and Southeastern hospitals differences. No." Then of course she does, holy shit, the photo was fake. This person, you have 10 million fact checkers and 10 million followers and no fact checkers. Reported for misinformation about health, specifically COVID. The Pinocchio one. I mean, it does. But the fact that some people actually are believing this. Now, this person, Oakland hospitals are near at capacity in rowers. Now, they're at capacity because of COVID, not ivermectin. There is no ivermectin overdoses. Some of those people might have taken ivermectin. I don't know. But they're not in the hospital because they took it. That's the big thing right here. And just people saying, please correct. I don't know. What do you think about this misinformation? How people are just so gullible, especially people on they say people on the right are gullible. Well, right here is showing you just how gullible the left is, especially when it meets their political agenda. What do you think? Should her tweet be taken down? Let me know. Comment, like, come on over to Rumble, and I'll see you next video.